Hello to my Cappies, my Capricorns. All right, Capricorns, let's get right into it. We're going to try to keep it short and sweet. The moon is in your sign. Let's see what kind of week you're going to have. So this video is going to carry us out through this week, throughout the rest of the month, through the 31st of March, which carries us in it's going to carry us into the solar eclipse, which is the new moon on March 29th. So we already have a solar eclipse video. You can watch it again and again and again and again and again. So thank you for joining me here. Thank you for joining me here. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can go to QueenAmunRa.com. Let's get into it. Let us get into it. The moon is in your sign, so it can affect your backbone, your joints, your knees, your skin, your hair. And so in other words, so your polarity sign is Cancer. Cancer is a water sign, and so and Cancer is ruled by the moon. So the moon is aligned with our feelings, our moods, our emotions, our subconscious habits, our need for our spirit to be fed. So make sure you're not carrying around other people's emotions on your back, right? Trying to, operate in your purpose. Remember, your sign rules is rules 10th house. That's North Node, right? Right. You're trying to break that karmic cycle of carrying other people's emotional baggage. That's back breaking. You're trying to close out that cycle. Your card is the World card, right? So you're not trying to carry their emotions all around the world, and we're not talking this figuratively speaking. So it's not like obviously you're getting on a plane traveling all around the world carrying other people's emotional baggage, but yeah, you're not trying to carry everybody else's emotional baggage. You got your own stuff you're trying to flush out and focus on, right? So don't let other people make you think you're being selfish because you're trying to process your own emotions. They don't know how far back you're trying to process your emotions. And so source is saying you got your own stuff you're trying to process. We just had a total lunar eclipse in Virgo. And we're not talking about any Virgos, Virgo actually rules 6th house. 6th house is about health, work habits, daily routines, fitness, pets, service to others, diet, and spiritual practices. Right now we have 2 planets that are retrograde, so the houses you really want to slow down and pay attention to, and this is where you want to pull your birth chart. You do not need your time of birth. Pull your birth chart, focus primarily on your 2nd house, which deals with your personal resources, your money, your habits, your possessions, your value, financial security, self-worth. Your self-worth is your money, knowing your self-worth, and your income. You also want to focus on your 3rd house that connects. 2nd house connects us with Venus. This 3rd house connects us with Mercury because both of those planets are retrograde. Your 3rd house connects us with early education, your intelligence, your sibling interactions, whether you have siblings or not, or like, how some people say play brothers, play sisters, like my sister, like my brother. You could be only child, doesn't matter. Your logic, your communication skills, short trips, and hobbies. 6th house connects us with Mercury by way of Virgo, your health, your work habits, daily routines, fitness, pets, service to others, diet, spiritual practices. And then 7th house connects us with Libra. It's ruled by Venus. Connects us with marriage, relationships, partnerships, business contracts, inner desires, and also enemies, right? So if you're not married, you should not be carrying other people's dark emotions around the energy of marriage. That's not your problem. Okay? You know what I'm saying? If you single and you got friends that are married and they say they're dumping their marital issues, they need to be in marital counseling. Okay? Y'all know what I'm saying? If you're not in a business contract, it's one thing to hold space. Y'all know, because sometimes you holding other people's emotional stuff. You can hold space, but you can let people know how precious your time is. You can hold space and ask them if they're asking you to just hold space or if they're asking you for your opinion or a suggestion. Because if they're asking for an opinion or a suggestion, because you don't want to offer unwarranted advice. So if you're just holding space, You're not a dumping ground. You're not a trash can. You're not a trash receptacle. You're not trying to walk around holding all of that. That can put extra weight on you. It can cause you to drink. It can put you in their karmic cycle. Just so we're crystal clear. It can attach you to their demons, including sex demons. You don't have to sleep with the person to absorb someone's incubus or succubus demons. It gets real deep. You don't have to be intimate with somebody to absorb their feelings of low self-worth. You can literally be absorbing other people's demons. You could be up under their spell just talking to them. That's how deep it gets. Misery loves company. Keep your vibrations high, right? All right. Okay, let's go. All right, let's go. Stop dating people that represent your shadow self. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You healed. You healed. A lot of people don't understand, like in that sacral chakra energy, when we talk about creativity, right? Your card is the devil card, right? So the devil, remember, is carnal mind, right? So some of you all got to remember, and I'm not trying to teach Bible here at all. I'm not trying to teach religion at all. But remember in the story of Job that the devil had to go to source to ask permission, right? To ask for permission. So the enemy always has to ask source, the creator, for permission to wreak havoc on your life, right? So source is saying some of you all need to come up out of this karmic cycle of keep going around and around and around and around and around. People know that a lot of you all are very hard-working zodiac signs. They know your value and they know your worth, and they're hoping that you don't know your value and your worth, right? Source is saying a lot of people are about to be shocked by you, Capricorns, because you're coming up out of these, you healed. You're coming up out of a shadow. In other words, you're not going to be embarrassed by your past. That's your shadow. You're coming up out of these secrets. People thinking they can use your past as a secret. They thinking they can use your past to keep you bound to them. I'm telling y'all, this is a new you. This is a new you. A lot of people are going to think they can use your past to keep you bound. $750, limitless love. Yep. Love yourselves and others freely. Your angels, and we're talking about agape love, right? So your angels are asking you to practice unconditional love today, not only for others, but for yourself as well. You can only accept as much love from the outside world as you give yourself. Time to level up the amount you're willing to receive from within. Journal about how you feel and the vulnerability that occurs when demonstrating unconditional love to yourself and others. Sometimes you got to cut the cord and just say, you know what? I love you, but I love me more. I love you, but you are. Sometimes you got to tell people, you got to tell yourself first. You got to really sit down with yourself with your throat. This is throat chakra energy. I got to go ahead and close out this cycle and move on beyond this. I got to move on beyond this. Because it's really affecting me. It's affecting me physically to love you. I'm carrying something that you can't move beyond emotionally. Somebody's going to be telling somebody that they love, it's affecting me physically that you can't move beyond. You cannot close out a cycle. And it's affecting me physically. And it's physically affecting me. It's affecting my body. I love you, but I love me more. I am literally carrying your shadow. I'm literally carrying your shadow self. I'm not doing that. So, somebody's going to be making some serious adjustments. Some serious adjustments. Because you may have already healed from some stuff. Y'all know what I'm saying, Cancer? Capricorn, I say Cancer, that's your polarity sign. You've already flushed out some emotions. You've already healed from some stuff. Some people, it's like I'm thinking, like, you could be like friends with somebody. You can apply with whatever. It could be family members, friends, whatever, like family. Some people are still holding on some grudges. They're in a karmic cycle with themselves that they have not resolved something within themselves around somebody they have issues with. And they want you to have the same emotions. Like, I'm still mad at somebody, so I want you to be just as mad as I am at them. And you already healed. You already forgave something. You already moved on. Like, we're not like kids. So yeah, you moving on from something. Closing out cycles. Yep, you free. You're free from shady energies. You are free. And this is the message that you're giving. You are giving message that you're free. You're not in competition with anybody. You're not a part of a competition. You're not being shady towards people. No. You are free. Yeah, here we go. There it is. You used to be at a crossroad, but you're out here winning in life. You are free. And Source is actually rewarding your efforts. You're free. You're not in the middle of nothing. You're pouring into yourself. This is a Queen of Cups. And so Queen of Cups is like, could be man or woman. We talk about divine feminine energy. And I think I mentioned divine feminine energy on your channel. If I didn't, I can kind of go back through it for those of you all who are new. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. I think I mentioned divine feminine energy to you all. The power of divine feminine energy. If I didn't, the power of divine feminine energy, the breakdown of its energy. It's deeply intuitive, it's nurturing, it's creative, it's transformative. All of us embody divine masculine and divine feminine energy, but it's very powerful. Your sign is a divine feminine energy by default, right? But it's very hurtful to be around toxic feminine energy, which men and women can embody, just like it's very hurtful to be around toxic masculine energy. But we're talking about divine feminine energy and the power of it, because everyone contains both feminine and masculine energies, but divine feminine energy emphasizes qualities that are often overlooked and often undervalued in modern fast-paced productivity-focused societies, right? And so the breakdown of its power, I know it's a woman here, and it says Queen of Cups, but you can apply it to the divine feminine of within each one of us. It's intuition and inner wisdom. It tunes into feelings, instincts, and the unseen. It trusts the gut. It embraces the unknown, moves within deep inner knowing, creation and birth. That's the first one, intuition and inner wisdom. The second is creation and birth, not just physical birth, but creative birth, ideas, art, healing, and transformation. Divine feminine energy is fertile ground for imagination and possibilities. Third is healing and nurturing. It brings emotional and depth, empathy and compassion, the energy that soothes, it heals, it holds space for others and self. 4, it flow and it surrenders. Instead of control, the divine feminine leans into the flow of life. It allows, receives, and trusts timing and cycles. 5, connection and unity. It recognizes oneness and the interconnectedness of all things, valuing relationships, community, and cooperation over hierarchy and dominance. So it kind of like flows. It doesn't feel like it's my way or the highway. I got to control everybody around me. If it's not done this way, I got to seek to conquer and divide, or if I got to get rid of, I got to stomp out somebody's, whatever, right? So it's receptivity and openness. So it's about being open to receive, not just from others, but from the universe, from the self and from spirit. It's awakening or embodying this energy can lead to balance, deeper self-love, and powerful reconnection to authenticity and purpose. It's like tapping into an ancient well of wisdom that's been inside of you all along. And that's the beauty of divine feminine energy. So somebody is free. Somebody is free. Free from the shade of it all. So you're no longer dating your shadow self. You're not holding other people's, shadows. You're balanced out, right? Light and dark. You're not, living someone else's secrets, or somebody else got secrets and other people trying to hold stuff against it. Everybody has a past. Literally, everybody has a past. And people trying to be shady about somebody else's past, trying to use it against you or your past against you or whatever. It's like you're trying to be shady towards people. You're cutting ties. Yeah. Everybody has gone down a rabbit hole, and some people have found out certain things have just been a nightmare for them. And they've gotten right back on their throne and still started thriving. That's you. That's what makes you relatable. That's what makes you relatable. So it looks like this, right? This is also Queen of Pentacles here, right? People have gone down a rabbit hole and found out things about you. Some of those people about you, like I said, some people have come back and said they found some things about you from your past and didn't, some people have said you were a nightmare, right? Some people said you were a joy to be around. People are going to believe what they want to believe, right? Some people are going to believe the darkness about you. Some people are going to believe the light about you. Guess what? So, Source is saying, stop dating people that represent your shadow self. People who choose to believe the darkness about you, keeping you, like I said before, holding on to that stuff, right? You got other stuff to do. You have at least 8 streams of income in you. You have a lot other time, better use of your creativity. Somebody have at least 8 streams of income in them. So that's what I'm looking at here. You have 8. Somebody said you got better use of your 8 hours in a day. So somebody is very creative, and I'm seeing at least 8 streams of income instead of 8 streams of income, incoming information about dividing this and dividing that, dividing your time, about somebody thinking all this dark stuff about you and talk gossip and who is this, and being inspired by immature, whatever, the wrong stuff. You're actually surrendering to the creator inside of you. Seeing people as being down to earth and relatable. That's just like you are. No longer being used as a pawn in a game. That's you. Yeah. And that's what's creating a tower for people. It's a good tower for you. You're divinely protected. But that's what's creating a tower for people. Yeah. You're leaving the past behind. Somebody has psychic abilities. Somebody really has psychic abilities, because people have chosen to believe. People have jumped to conclusions and have chosen to believe lies about whatever. People who know their value. So it looks like you have psychic abilities. This keeps coming out in your reading. It looks like you have psychic abilities. Psychic abilities are not something spooky and strange. It could just mean that you have downloads in your dreams. Because that's what it looks like. Somebody has downloads in their dreams. Yep, you have downloads in your dreams. And so Source really wants you to spend a little bit more time investing in that. That's journaling. That is... So somebody may need to go more into hermit mode. Somebody may need to go into hermit mode so you can start journaling more, so that as you're in hermit mode and you're getting your downloads, and this is how investing in your dreams and sources giving you a lot of ideas, you have time to kind of meditate, pray and meditate. This is right here. Somebody's I'm letting you, and this is saying you're a prayer warrior. And this is how you're dividing, instead of being around divisive energies who are keeping you in the dark about something, things that they believe in, dreams that they believe in, keeping you divided in your mind about things you believe in, using you as a pawn in their game. Source is saying, Source is going to put you in hermit mode because you are so down to earth and relatable, and divide your time by giving you all of these ideas in hermit mode so that you can know your worth and know your value. You can really understand how valuable you are. How valuable you are, down to earth and relatable. So you can create your own legacy. You can create your own legacy. Yeah, you can create your own legacy. Yep, here's a strength card. In a very meek way. In a very meek way. And break a karmic cycle that you've been in. Somebody has been in a very karmic cycle with two energies who have put you in survival mode, who have really put you in survival mode by trying to divide you from energies that have really been, who have really poured into you, using you as a pawn because they're thriving. And that's what a lot of people have in common. Right? Saying people are running away from something. This keeps coming out. It may be because of this deck, but this keeps coming out. This is what somebody has in common with a loved one who rode a motorcycle. I don't know who rode a motorcycle in your family, but somebody rode a motorcycle in your family. But this loved one in the family poured a lot into their family as well. Somebody must come from a family that people pour a lot of love and their creativity and their time/money into a family, and the family is still shady towards them. Like, what in the world? As soon as people stop talking to these family members that they poured a lot of time, money, effort, and everything into, and they start believing in themselves, it goes right back to being shady again. Yeah, something is speaking volume here. Yeah, so anyway, you have the whole world in front of you. See this right here? Source is saying, yeah, it's time to get off the bus. You have a lot of this world in front of you. Like, a whole lot of the window of opportunity in front of you is huge. Yeah. Window of opportunity in front of you is huge. Yeah, so you got the message loud and clear. Somebody got the message loud and clear about just how shady some energies are. And this right here, dark wolf, light wolf energy, somebody knows exactly who runs with whom. At this point, somebody knows exactly who runs with whom. It's just something is so clear as to who is aligned with whom in the family. It's not even funny anymore. You don't have to look at last names, nothing. Something is so clear now of who is aligned with whom in your family. It's not even funny. Whether it's blood relative, family, friendships, now everybody is clear. Who's connected to whom? Who's linked up with whom? This right here. Who's in a karmic cycle with whom? Everything has been exposed. All the secrets everything has been exposed. And that's where the Tower comes in. So now you and somebody know everything. The thing about karmic, this is what you have to understand about karmic cycles, and this is what somebody is starting to understand. People are motivated by different things. People are motivated by different things. Right here, inspired by different things. Fire could be like anxiety. But what would you do to kind of sort of put the anxiety out? What would you do to put the anxiety out, right? So that would be like putting the shadow work out, like, I mean, doing the shadow work. So if you stop dating people that represent your shadow self, right? It's a lot of layers to it, right? And so that means you would do the shadow work. That's what that is right here. You would do the shadow work. So when you're ready to do the shadow work, that's what you do. You say, okay, you're ready to do the shadow work. And that's where somebody is now. You're ready to do the shadow work. So when you're ready to do the shadow work, it'll expose everybody who is not ready to do the shadow work, their own shadow work. And that's what it is. And that can leave a lot of people feeling lonely. It'll literally expose everybody who is not ready to do the shadow work. Everybody that you're connected to. Somebody's about to see everything change for you. Your credit score go up. You're going to see your money go up. You're going to see a lot of things go up. But those same energies that's not ready to do the shadow work will somehow, because what's hidden in this Tower card is an obsession. You'll see just who's obsessed with staying connected to you. They're not ready to do the shadow work. They're still being shady towards you, but they're obsessed with staying connected to you some way to cause you to have a Tower moment. Because misery loves company. They still want to see you fall. Still being shady. But don't want to do the shadow work. Telling everybody that they know your story. But they want to stay connected to your glory. But don't want to do the shadow work. And so Source is saying that's why as a prayer warrior, you're praying to Source for an exit. You're thanking Source for an exodus strategy and allowing Source to give you that exodus strategy. You're not running away from anything. You're sending spell work back. You're not running away. And that's what you have in common with people. That's why people stop talking to people. And those same energies are like, well, no, I stopped talking to them a long time ago. Okay. Whatever. Okay. But then you'll see these same energies, and I'm telling y'all, Capricorn, you'll see these same energies pick up and relocate to where the same energies they say they're not talking to. I'm trying to tell you, stop dating people that represent your shadow self. Yeah. Because for them, they feel like it's their way or the highway. Obsessed. Obsessed, obsessed, obsessed. So this we're gonna close out this cycle in this new phase and keep the vibrations high. The only reason I'm even addressing this is to close this out, help you all close this out, because I've talked to a lot of you all, and a lot of you all help me. I'm talking to a lot of older Capricorns I've talked to. Y'all know who I'm talking about. A lot of older Capricorns have helped me to understand kind of really like why it may take you all a while to, especially when it comes to family, why it takes you all a while to really click. And a lot of you all who have siblings may have helped you all to understand. So y'all know who I'm talking about. Or people who are like siblings may have helped you all to understand. You know, you go back in your mind, your siblings may have told you some things, and it's just now clicking for you all. But the sooner you get it, go into this right here. Lets me know somebody's a prayer warrior. Go into prayer warrior mode and let Source show you and tell you some things. But a lot of you all are free from all of that right now. Wherever you are, you're listening to it right now. A lot of y'all are free. You don't want to keep being used as a pawn, arguing with people that you love. Because you got some energies that want the glory. They're stuck in talking about they know everybody's story. They don't want to. If they know everybody's story, then they wouldn't. Child, like I said, stop dating people that represent your shadow self. There's the sun right there. The sun exposes secrets. King of Swords. See, you're a very powerful leader, quick action, strategic thought, head over heart, discipline, truth. What's actually is that when people are running around, you see what pack they're running with. Somebody that you know who runs around creating a bunch of distractions about other people's lives, and they're dead set on exposing, like, spreading lies about somebody else, familiar spirits. It's because there's something about them they don't want out. They don't want somebody to share something about them to come out, right? But it's somebody that you know is running with a group of people that somebody spotted, and they go, oh, why are they with this group of energies? And they almost like double down on, oh, I gotta really create a bunch of chaos and confusion, because they didn't want something out. So you gotta also, like I said before, source is saying to you, this right here, what is this? So, but something has been exposed. Stop dating your shadow self. Stop dating your shadow self. Stop dating your shadow self. Something has been exposed. Somebody could have definitely been under some kind of a sex spell. Remember, you whether you're sleeping with somebody or not sleeping with somebody, you can just literally be within close proximity to be under a sex spell, to be in the proximity of a incubus or succubus spirit, and your water could be low. That's this right here. This is fire, right? Fire, water, literally making you mad, right? Literally keeping you in a state of confusion, keeping you alcoholed up, drinking up, bunch of coffee, decaffeinated, emotionally drained. You can literally be so drained. They're literally pouring all of this stuff in your ear gate and eye gate. You're so emotionally dehydrated. You don't even know that people are pouring stuff into you. You can be in the presence of a lot of content, physical content, seeing a lot of stuff and be poured into and not even knowing. All this air, being in the air around these energies, people saying stuff to you, being put up under a spell and not even know it. Not even know it. In the presence of demons and not even know it. Here's the World card. So somebody wanted some kind of a mission fulfilled. Somebody needed a mission fulfilled. Capricorn. Somebody needed a mission fulfilled. And so how to fulfill a mission? Okay, Capricorn needs some time to process your emotions, right? So what do? Get some shady energies around Capricorn. Do something, make Capricorn do so. The challenge was make Capricorn do something. The challenge is to make Capricorn do something that Capricorn would never do something to somebody. To somebody that Capricorn would never do something to somebody. The person that Capricorn would never do something to. Who is the person that Capricorn would never do something to? That's the challenge. Yeah. Who would Capricorn never gossip about, pry into, spy on, tell information about? That's going to be the challenge. That is going to be the challenge. Who? Right? Who would Capricorn never betray? Who would never suspect that Capricorn would deceive? That's we're going to put a spell on Capricorn for that one. Who can we use to put a spell on Capricorn so that Capricorn can do what we need Capricorn to do? Let's put together a team. Teamwork. so that when we can bait Capricorn. 3 and 5 is 3 and 2 is 5. 3 and 2 is 5. And let's bait Capricorn into something. Yep. So this is again, like I said, Capricorns. Source, you're divinely protected. This is, I'm telling you, you all are divinely protected. There's no reason for anybody to look back and go, because you're free. I'm looking at the Page of Wands here. You're free from all the shade and everything. So you don't have to go back and look at how come I didn't get this, I didn't see this. You don't even have to overthink this. Everybody has been under a spell. You've been in school, spelling words. Those are spells, okay? Source really wants you to, when you're at a crossroad, and think about the words that you're saying. Those words are spells. Those words are spells, right? Operate from a higher frequency. This is throat chakra, right? Ear, nose, throat, right? Be careful of who you're talking to when you're engaging in any kind of intimate acts, whatever. Making sure you're constantly drinking water, like that you're around people, the groups of energies that you're in, because all those spells, you're seeing things, you're around people, and people, all of this overthinking. People are trying to get familiar real quick about your family. You're by yourself, or you feel like, you're around energies and they're trying to get familiar real fast. What does your mom do? What does your dad do? What kind of work they do? What kind of this and that? Asking all these questions. You're just rattling off, just answering questions and all of this other stuff, thinking, okay, well, I got it. I'm this is harmless. People becoming familiar with stuff. Trying to cause a tower moment. So, like I said, you're divinely protected. Here we have the Strength card. So, you and someone are meek. Looks like you and someone were probably in karmic relationships. Just like put in survival. You and somebody could have been put in survival mode intentionally by familiar spirits. Here we have Ace of Wands here. So something new is happening here, right? Something new is happening here. The cycle is closed out, by the way. You're free. Cycle is closed out. But remember, when we talk about, I don't want somebody to get discouraged about being in relationships. Just understand that the devil is very crafty. The devil is not a person. The devil is not a person. It is a spirit. All it needs is a host. All it needs is a host. Know your worth and know your value. Anybody can be in a position. When you start judging people, you start looking at people like, oh my God, this person's, Yeah. Do your shadow work. Do your shadow work. Stop dating your shadow. Stop dating people that represent your shadow self. Know your worth, know your value. Close out these cycles in love. Close these cycles out in love. Don't wait for somebody. I'm talking to men and women, Capricorn. Stop leaving these cycles open, waiting for somebody else to close out a cycle. Well, I just need to hear from them. No, you do not. They already communicated with you. They were shady already, creating divisive, whatever, being shady. That was the communication you needed. Close it out. You're down to earth. You're relatable. You already worked hard. You put energy into it. That was it. Put your energy towards something else. I'm really trying to put my energy in the readings towards very high vibrational, so we can get some really good news going on. Look, I don't like being in low vibration energy in my readings at all. I like being in high vibrating energy for you all. So this is starting out in a lower frequency. This is, lower vibration. This is lower chakras. This is solar plexus chakra. So hopefully it's a whole new you coming out. Hopefully somebody knows how to pour into themselves. So yeah, there it is. A new start coming. A brand new you. New start coming. This is how somebody is very artistic. Somebody is very artistic. Very smart, very artistic. Well, Mercury is retrograde. Whenever I ask people about how's the retrograde treating them, start looking at retrogrades as a very positive time. It is not negative when planets go retrograde. It is very positive because planets don't move backwards and they don't move at a slower pace. It gives you an opportunity to slow down. That's it. That's it. Mercury affects your third house and your second house, your sixth house, your third and sixth house is retrograde. Pull your birth chart. It affects those two houses. Put the emphasis there. Venus is currently retrograde. It affects your second house and it affects your seventh house. Put your energy there. You should be celebrating when planets go retrograde. Not, oh my God, I can't believe this retrograde is tearing me up. That's because all of this third party information. Learn it firsthand so you can celebrate right now. Yeah, stay in the present. Don't get too far ahead of the flow. You'll soon trust that nothing more will come than can be handled each moment. That's why somebody is free, because you're learning how to balance yourself out. You're learning how to balance yourself out. That's why you're free. You're learning how to see how people, if you are carrying other people's emotional baggage because they don't want to do the shadow work themselves, how they will run around and believe a lie about a person before they believe the truth because they're not ready to do the shadow work themselves. And they will run around, like I said, they don't want you to find out the truth about them. You should be able to come right out and just ask a person. Just come out and ask. Somebody that you love, you should be able to ask. I heard such and such and such and such. Yes or no? Face to face, in their face. You should be able to ask somebody that you love. Face to face. You shouldn't have to tiptoe on, whatever. So somebody is definitely an alchemist. Here we have mind, power, love, life. Free from problems and money troubles. Enjoy the passion of love. I'm seeing somebody being independent. You're very authoritative, so it's time to be confident. Money choices, sweet success, perfect fit. Somebody was so confused. It took them way too long to even process all this over-processing, overthinking all of this confusion instead of just pouring into you. I kept saying literally almost every reading, unless today is your first time watching this video, almost every reading I say listen to water sounds. When you go to bed at night, listen to water sounds. Drink your water. Drink your water. Pour into you. But a lot of times people don't know that they're in the presence of energy vampires. You don't know what kind of demons are on people, but an indicator sometimes, not all the time, is that you can't remember your dreams. You really cannot remember your dreams. Some of y'all work with energies. You don't even realize the reason why you can't remember your dreams sometimes is because you're around draining energies. You get off of these phone calls, these calls, you're around energies. You can't even remember your downloads. Your daydreams, your night dreams, deja vu, premonition, precognition. You can't even sit down and meditate because you're around draining energies. You can't even remember to drink water. You feel like having pains and stuff on your body. You can't even remember. Cramps in your feet while you're driving. People can send you spell work because you're around so many draining energies. Drink your water. You don't have to overthink this. Are you watching this video? Go get some water. Drink some water. Ask your doctor. Make an appointment. How many ounces of water should I be drinking a day? Detox. Put your calendar together, okay? Today I only, I got water sounds playing in the background while I'm doing something. Take a class, do something different. Read a book, something. That's what I have for you. But that's what this is. That's what this is. Some energies decided to, okay, something was somebody's way or the highway. Somebody decided to, put you under some kind of a spell, using bullying, using words, by being shady, towards you and someone else, and using as many people as they could use to try to stop or block something. And but your meekness, you and someone's meekness is really a strength, and you do have psychic abilities, and that's what was exposed. Your psychic abilities. That's a generational gift that you inherited, your psychic abilities. And so when you're at a crossroad and you're not sure, that is where you really want to slow down and increase your prayer life and get your water. That's going to be your key. Water. Get your water. Clear the space, your water. Get outside, get some sun. That's your fire. That's your cleansing. If you got to get some grounding, if you can, get some air. If you can't get outside and get some sun, sit in the window like a house plant. I'm not even kidding when I say this. Sit near the sun. Get some cleansing. All of these things I'm saying may even sound like, okay, that just sounds like common sense. But like when you're confused and you're dehydrated, it can make you lightheaded and dizzy where you're not thinking clearly. But for real, when I'm saying it, for some of you all, it's going to sound like, oh, that does kind of like for some of you all, it's going to sound like it makes sense. But in other words, just start pouring into yourselves. Just start pouring into yourselves more. But that's what I have for you. You are a perfect fit for where you are. I see somebody being very successful, moving forward. You are down to earth and you're relatable. You just had encounters with energies who are not ready to do the shadow work. But they're not ready to do the shadow work. So you're exactly where Source wants you to be. So there's nothing wrong with you. That's what I have for you. Bye.